Hey, it's the Scotch Test Dummies, and this is a beautiful box. So I just got in trouble because I was pre-sniffing.
He was doing some good stuff there, and I'm like, oh, save that for the camera.
I got a little from a distance. I was like, "Hoo-ah!" I made that Al Pacino sound again. I was like,
but we got a Ledaig 19-year Marsala cask.
See, he doesn't like when these run long. He wants me to get right into yelling, "Test it!" Curl up your nose and make you sniff it style.
Ledaig style.
That was a good one. So here we go. I'm not kidding. I pulled up to see the coin number, and I was like, "Ooh, hold on." He's like, "Film it."
831.
Woo, 832. Boy.
Now I'll tell you, I poured this ahead of time because I just bought this the other day. I've sampled it a couple of times. It is good.
Yeah.
And it gets better. This is one I had in the glass for about an hour the other night, and it just kept getting sweeter and sweeter and better and better.
19 years. Wonderfully peated, but it's got an interesting, no wonder Marsala cask finish.
Yeah, Marsala cask finish. So go ahead and you can pull the bottle out as well. And this is also 50, I think it's 51% ABV. Yeah.
Everything you're saying, I'm digging.
Now, so we used to call it Ledaig.
Yeah,
when you see the name, you think it's Ledaig, and then you're told, no, the D is a CH, it's Ledaig. And when we were over in Scotland, we hear it pronounced. I remember hearing it Ledaig.
Ledaig.
It's just a lot quicker, like Ledaig.
Ledaig.
So Ledaig.
Ledaig.
We don't mean to offend anyone.
Ledaig.
Yeah. 19 years, 51%, not 51% ABV. Now we've done
a good one to pour this into.
I did that on purpose for you because I was like, Bart will like this in this glass.
Yeah.
19 years old, finished in Marsala casks, 51% ABV, and I believe as well it's natural color, no chill filtering, unchill filtered. It does say that. Hopefully this is natural coloring. I'm assuming, and I think Ledaig is 19.
Oh, well,
yeah.
definitely.
In the Marsala cask, it's going to impart some color.
What's interesting right off the bat is this is definitely not that typical peat smoke, but it's underlaid under that. There's like a hint of that, but then you got that sweet, plummy juice. I know.
This as well, so I was referencing the Ledaig 10 that we've done. It's kind of a mild to medium peat. I mean, it's peated. It's the peated Tobermory.
Yeah.
From the same distillery as Tobermory, but the Tobermory is unpeated. This is the peated version.
I'm a simple man.
This comes off or makes me think it's a lot more peated than the 10-year was. There's a lot more peat on the nose on this, but man, you're right.
But see, the older it gets, the less. I mean, usually the more faint it is. That's what's thrown me off. But yeah,
I just get like smoked peanuts, smoked earth.
Yeah, that peatiness is that earthy scent. Not antiseptic, iodine. Not ashtray.
Doesn't even feel like campfire. It's just like smoking
earthy,
earth, which is smoked peat.
Right. But that sweetness under there's almost like a sweet, sugared orange slice.
Candied plum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That nose this is one of those, you're right. I could just sit here. This is the one my wife will get mad. Like, you just sniff it. You're not even drinking it. Is it that good? And then I'll let her sniff it, and she'll go, "Ooh, it burned me." And I'm like, yeah, it's a gentle sniff. It's a gentle sniff.
Very nice. It is. It's a beautiful nose.
That is great. I mean, it really did crawl up. I was literally pulling this up, and I wafted it, and it made me draw it in, and he's like, stop it. Hit record.
You're always like, man, I love it when we get that stuff on camera. And then you're like, whoa, what is this?
Normally that doesn't happen. I'm serious. I just moved a coin and it wafted, and I had to bring it up. And then he was like, hit record. You're ruining your first experience.
Yeah, just nice layers and nice depth on the nose. We haven't even gone.
I know we haven't even tasted it yet because this is a pleasant noser. Now I will say before I sip it, I've had some that I like the nose better than the taste, but when the taste matches or even exceeds the nose, hello, Nirvana. And I have not tasted this before.
Oh, I don't even know where to begin.
Wow, it's unique.
It is so sweet and earthy at the same time.
Yeah, the earth almost comes in second.
It's got like a black tea as well, along with
it's like dirt
with the sweet and the peat. It's all melded together very nicely. Sweetness, sugars.
The finish dropped off rather quickly, which surprised me.
First sip.
Yeah, but what lingers a little bit after that is almost those bitter tea notes. Not quite the same. That's interesting, though. But that first explosion is where it's all at.
Yeah, just a juicy fruit explosion.
Yep.
Dark fruits, red fruits, raspberries.
Yep. Almost choked. And then after I swallow is when the earthiness starts to show.
The finish is hanging in there now for me. It's really taken over.
It's a slow, soft peat finish. Earthy peat finish, but light.
I go mid.
Really?
Midway peat. It's not light.
I mean, it's faint. Like the finish, I gotta search for it a little bit. It kind of lingers there.
Now they do have.
I'm not saying that's bad.
Sitting on the shelf. So this just showed up in our area. On the shelf right next to it was the sherry cask. 19-year Ledaig. I had seen this, or someone had talked about this one in the Marsala cask before.
Man, that first sip is where it's at.
Yeah.
Right at the forefront.
Since I had seen or knew about the Marsala cask first, I picked it up now in a couple weeks. I may go back, and if the sherry cask one is still there, pick it up as well.
Well, I gotta ask. So, I mean, I know we're a little ahead, but what is this? What was the
This is so this was 179. Yeah, and 189 for the sherry cask.
Okay.
Yeah. A 19-year, 51% finished.
This would be, as good as this is, and we'll talk more about that, this is definitely more up your peat alley.
Yeah.
You poured me a nice, healthy sample.
There was more peat here than I was expecting. Just after the Ledaig 10, I just remembered being mild to medium, maybe encroaching medium.
Do I have the Ledaig
I've got one.
around?
No, I've got one. I don't know if you have one as well.
I don't think so.
But this one came off not quite Lafroig strength, but approaching it compared to the 10. If the Ledaig 10 is down here and the Lafroig 10 is up here, this is somewhere in the middle, peat level. If you ask me,
Yeah, I'll go with you.
going from my memory and stuff with the Ledaig 10.
From your memory. So we had a fan ask, Andrew, hey, you guys should switch seats sometime, and you kind of mock Bruno and be him, and he mock you. I'm like, we did it. He's like, which episode? I'm like, I don't know. Years ago. Years. Then he sends a deal. I got to find it. I'm with him. I go, hey, what?
That was today.
Cavallon. I know. I go right off the bat. I'm surprised you didn't know the number. You're like, Cavallon Vina Baruch. And I'm like, what?
Baruch.
Dang.
Close enough.
But you just belted out, and you're like, I want to say it's like episode 178.
You said, what episode was it where we switched places? I was like, I want to say Cavallon Vino Baruch.
Yeah, so I sent that to Andrew, and he's like, how's he doing? I go, I don't know. I can't even. I'd be like, I don't know. Well, I know we did it. I don't know when. So maybe go search that one. I mock him, he mocks me.
I don't know what the Ledaig 10 is at. I want to say it's 45 or 46%. So this at 51% isn't that much higher. I was going to say maybe the higher ABV is helping some of the peat stay in there. This is lovely.
Yeah.
And I'd already had a few out of it. You can see where, I mean,
well, it's got a great mouthfeel. So it's got a little bit of a chewy viscosity, which I like. And it gives it some body. I said body, like way too heavy there. It gives some body. But it does. It's got this rich flavoring and velvety coating. It's very pleasant.
It's got some tobaccos and some caramels with water.
I got a little tobacco on my last one.
Water helps this. Well, you may like it neat, and it was good neat. Water brings out some other stuff that wasn't there.
Which is why we always say try it neat and then try a little water in it.
I just tried it with my second draw.
Yeah, sometimes it changes it, sometimes it doesn't.
But this one, too, you'll see as you're sitting here, and as we finish filming, as that's sitting there, it's going to get even better in that glass and better.
Man, I love that.
Yeah.
I like transitions. And I definitely like, already, you're right, the peat actually, the finish is building as I sip more and more. Not a lot of things do that.
Yeah. Well, you didn't have it on your palate, so you had to got it on. Once you get it on your palate, then it's. But yeah, $179. Yeah, it's worth it. And they even had a second one that I would contemplate picking up, but I'll pick up the sherry one first.
Unless we have the dummy effect on it, and it's gone. I'm not looking. I saw you started with a 9. I am in the 9 range. I've got mine. Oh boy, this is one that could change though, because you're right. Now I got a little sparky pepper on the finish. I was going to say 91. Ooh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I really like this one.
The pepper that just showed up surprised me. I did not have that. It's like a crushed. It's like a pepper grinder. It feels like fresh pepper. I can't imagine. I don't think I've ever gotten that.
Coarse ground fresh pepper.
Yep.
Fresh ground, fresh coarse ground pepper. There you go.
Fresh ground whole bean coffee. That's something. That is nice. That is nice. They've done something here.
So you were going to go 91. Are you sticking there? Are you up? You going up? You're going up, aren't you?
I'll stick.
Oh. Very nice.
I mean, that is interesting, though. I mean, when it sits there and continues to develop as we sit here and sip.
I think the 19 years is stellar. I think the Marsala Cask finish is stellar. I think the 51% ABV is stellar.
Really nice. That's nice. That's going to bring it to 92. The pepper is growing on me, and what you just said, what I'm going to call the trifecta is giving it one more. I'm not going crazy. I'm just making it a 92 because the fact that it's continuing to open up as we sit here, and then, wow.
Yeah.
And then you can go back to that nose and not even sip it. And the nose is much sweeter. And
I might have a dram of this when I get home tonight.
I bet. Yeah, I definitely. I mean, I could tell this is good for me as a peat head, and this is like, I'm surprised you didn't 98 it. I'm serious though. This 94 is good. That is an interesting.
I will actually debate it at 95. Yeah. So it's right there.
It is. I can see. Good. This is good. Like your super. If you're combining your love for cask finishes and peat,
I think this is one of those. This is one of those bottles that you drink, and when it's gone, you always wish you had another, or you always remember. You're like, God dang, I remember that. You remember that? You remember that 19-year Ledaig Marsala Cask? God damn, that was good.
Yeah, yeah. It only lives in a memory.
Scotch God shout out.
Dang, I just got the tobacco notes. I'm thrilled with my 92 at this point in time because I love tobacco notes. Wow.
Andrew Sales, 1371 on our Wild Turkey 101 Rye review. He says, that idiot that yells testing at the start of your video is a effing retard. Come up with something better, you dickwad.
See, that man has no genius in him whatsoever. First, he didn't even get it right. If you're going to slam it, it's not testing.
It's testing.
It's the whole kicker. Yeah, because now it's a whole other word. If I just yell testing, you can't even do that. That's horrible. There's genius.
Andrew Sales, 1371.
Way to go, Andrew, 1371.
And he must have a channel because he's got 1.86K subscribers.
Why 1371?
I don't know.
Maybe you should have testing it.
Patreon shout-outs.
Call me a retard.
Retard. Ooh, a $3. $3 supporter.
What? How do you say that? Pob?
Skippy Van Pob.
So,
And we're going to yell it. Skippy Van Pob!
$3, which means you can send in a photo. You got to have the pickle covered. If you wish. We don't demand it, but if you want to send it in, Bart at ScotchTestDummies.com or Bart at ScotchTestDummies.com, and we'll feature you a bonus time on the show. I know. I know. I'm happy with the 92 after I got the pepper and the tobacco. These are some notes that normally are not going together. So we got a $1 supporter.
Justin Whitfield.
Justin Whitfield. Thank you. I wanted to yell it, but it's $1. Thank you, Justin. We take them all.
And Bobby and Sam over at I Whiskey She Wines came in at a $1 supporter.
Great name. I Whiskey She Wines.
They've got a YouTube channel. Check them out.
Check them out. They're
doing good stuff.
Cool.
Yep.
Yep.
Thank you, Bobby and Sam. Check us out. Go to our website. You can purchase our glasses, our coins, shirts.
If you really want
dropper
to get fancy,
sets. Helps support the show.
Unnecessary, but fun.
Yep. And fancy.
Fancy. It's
fun.
got a little burnt stamp on a stave. And it's got the futuristic Android head on there instead of the Spartan helmet. Old school, new school. All right, this.
Oh, you just talked about how healthy a pour I gave you, and you went
you
through
did.
it.
You gave a healthy
You're going to pour a little bit more?
Got to make it.
I'm looking forward to the sherry cask. The sherry cask one, I don't know if it'll outdo this one. We'll have to see.
If it does, that'll be impressive. Scotch it, you Scotch gods.
Cilantro. Dummies.